after some tedious work of creating all those circuits, I have my entire house plan. Not only all the electrical ran, but all the circuits ran. And as you can see, I used almost every slot in that 24 volt or 24 slot panel that I set up. You will notice I do have a 240 high voltage outlet at the very bottom because I decided, since I had room after doing all of it and used about 20 circuits to do everything else in the house, that I had a spot to put a hot tub out back, which would be a 240 volt appliance needing a high voltage plug. So I went ahead and added that secondarily, so it'll sit there right over there. So right now I've got my electrical plan all set up. So one of the things that I will need to do is go ahead and create my electrical plan schedule. So I'll have something that shows all of these great circuits that I built. So if I look at schedules and I right click and say new schedule, this is review for most of you. I am going to filter the list by turning off everything except electrical. So I'm only seeing the electrical ones. And I am going to go down and find electrical circuits is the type that I want. Just calling it electrical circuit schedule, which works just fine for me. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Now this is where I can put in the columns that I want. So the first column that I'm going to want is circuit, excuse me, I picked more than one, is circuit number. So I'll slide that over. The next one that I want is pretty much all the way near the bottom, and it is voltage to show me whether it's a 120 circuit or a 240 circuit. The next thing I'm going to want is up near the middle is the number of, not near the top. I don't know why I'm blanking on this. I'm looking for the number of elements. Oh, there it is, because it has both, sorry, the list has both number signs and the word numbers. That's really convenient. So number of elements is my third column. This will show me how many things are on each circuit. We know that that should max out at 10. And the last one is going to be comments, because that is where I put where the circuit actually lives. So again, it's circuit number, voltage, number of elements, comments, and we are going to click OK. Once that comes up, I'll have something that looks like this. Now, you'll be able to then make to see that you've got everything showing correctly. So we will widen this out, by the way, so I can show all of my labels. But currently, it looks like I have one circuit that's not labeled. You may run into this after doing so many circuits, and it's circuit number 12. So I'm going to highlight circuit number 12 over here, go back to my electrical plan, and again, got to click circuit number 12 again, and it's going to show me that this is, I believe this is my kitchen circuit, but just to be sure, if I click edit circuit, I should see the ones lit up. Yes, this was my kitchen circuit. So as I go back, as I exit that and go back to my schedule, yep, this is the kitchen circuit. And so I have kitchen there, and somewhere else I have kitchen eating area, which is a different group. Okay, so now my schedule is all filled out, which is exactly perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and close it. Now before I set up the sheet, you'll notice that your property lines and your setback lines are showing in this view. However, if I try to right click on them, I can't get a hold of them to hide them in the view. What you actually have to do is come over here to visibility and click edit. Now there's two things to find. The first group is the lines group. So the lines group, and if I drop this down, one of my ones should just say lines. If I uncheck that box and hit apply, you should hopefully notice that your setback lines go away, but nothing else does, just like mine did. The other one that we're going to need to do is site. No. Actually, I don't need to hide those because, silly me, I forgot, we need to show our crop region, and we need to make sure that it is actually cropping the region. But what I'll be able to do is bring this inside my property line anyway. So the property lines will not show as is. Did find that setting in the past and might update the template so we don't have to worry about those. But regardless, I am going to want to crop the view and make sure I'm not showing that cropped view. But I want my view cropped just in case anything else is still out here hanging out. Okay. Now, sheets, right click, new sheet, D, sized paper. This is going to be my electrical plan. I'm going to place two things on it. First thing I'm going to do is drag ground level electrical out onto the sheet and place that. Should place it as that 1/4 inch to a foot, and I want to make sure I change it to no title. Also going to slide it a little bit away from further away from the title block than most of those views, actually leaving a spot to add the schedule. That is the next thing I'm going to do is down here under schedules, I'm going to drop this down, and I've got that electrical circuit schedule that I created. And I'm going to drag this on and let go. I've now got the schedule following me. I'm going to put this over here in the sheet. So this is the electrical plan for the house plan. Since we're using the very large D-sized paper, I don't have to have these on two separate sheets. I'll have them on the same sheet, which will make a lot of sense. This is my electrical plan, so I will change the name. Sorry, spelling is hard, I guess. And make sure it is D03. As always, the project name will be your address and the author will be your first and last name. This is how you set up the electrical schedule so that or the electrical plan so it's ready to print with both the plan showing everything as well as the schedule.